Hi, and welcome to the second part of knowing how to get your brand strategy from scattered to strategic in just 4 steps. See, until you know your audience, you do not have a product that works for the market. Why do I say this? Is because the product is made for the market and not the other way around. You can't generate a market for a product that you have created. Like, I mean, even if you do that, it's going to take a lot of time, and I hope that you are ready to invest that much efforts and time and patience into making a unique product understand to the market. But even in order to do that, you need to understand the audience first. You need to understand the market first. What are their problems, what are their issues, what are their desires? It's until you know that, you won't be able to have a perfect offer or product ready. So in order to understand your audience, first of all, you need to know who are you trying to attract. Now you cannot have a product and or a service and then you just put it out there in open targeting. You can attract people who are not even ready for the product yet, or they don't even need it. Then isn't it like unfair to your business that your money into the advertisement or efforts is going waste because it's not even attracting the right kind of people? The whole point of why do we know our audience and why do we create our ICP is so that we can attract the right kind of audience, and eventually the money or efforts that we are putting into our sales and marketing advertising brings the ROI that is required. So just go through your entire messaging and see if the audience that you're catering to and the language or messaging that you're speaking is relating or not. Because if it is not, then there is a lot of things that we need to fix here. Now once you have done that, how do you make sure that your marketing and sales strategies are, whatever you're implementing, are going to the right market? Yes, you have got everything done, but you also need to say it where it is required, right? So the few steps that you can do in order to make sure that the right kind of audience listens to your messaging is, first of all, train your algorithm. Now what do I mean by that is, first, stop. Now what do I mean by that is, stop following irrelevant people to your business and start following all those people who are relevant to your business. So now let's say, for example, I had this client who has a SaaS software, which is a restaurant management software. And I saw in their following list that they are following all these office people and random people, like family and friends. And I told them, just stop following all of these people and start following restaurants and cafes and any food business, cloud kitchen or bakery or anything which is starting, like who is going to start in a few months or who is like coming soon on all these stuff. Why? Because those are the people who are still figuring out their market and would need a software for managing their restaurant or cafe, right? So that is how we make sure that the right kind of people get to see them. This is exactly what you have to do for yourself. Unfollow from your business's account anyone who is not relevant for your business, or is not relevant for the audience that you're speaking to. And the second thing to do is, do you know a small button which takes you to the explore page of Instagram? Go there and start selecting not interested to post which do not serve your business, your clientele, and your audience. This is what I do. See, I had changed my niche so many times. Like, I'm a designer. I was a designer and I used to work as a I am a designer. I was a designer and I used to work as a creative. So I had all these fashion brands and clothing and jewelry and art related stuff on my feed. But when I shifted my career into getting into consultation for marketing and sales after my PG, what I did was started clicking the not interested button for every post which does not serve my audience. Right now, my audience is businesses who are looking to get their marketing and sales strategies, wherein I need to show my expertise to them. So I started following these businesses. I started putting out content in that way. I started using the language like business and marketing and sales pipeline and algorithm, all these things, because that's how my algorithm, my Instagram got trained. And all of these people who follow me or who want to see my content are somewhere in the same niche, who are either working as a marketing and sales strategist or are businesses who are looking for one. Now when I present myself as an expert in front of all these people, that's what helps for me in growing my business. That's how I get more clients. That's how I keep getting paid for my course on a recurring basis, because everyone wants to learn more from me. So if I had not trained my algorithm and I had the same, fashion and influencers and all these stuff on my page, no one would know that what am I or who am I or what do I do and how knowledgeable I am or how much I can help their business to grow, right? So this is a hard step, but you got to do this. For example, the first three pin posts in my Instagram for a very, very, very long time were these beautiful bird paintings that I did. And it was a tough decision to get them off my pinned post, because as beautiful as they looked and as much as appreciation those paintings got me, with like, wow Garima, you have painted such a beautiful picture, can we get one too, and all these things, they did not serve for my business. There would be a disconnect when I would speak all these business related stuff, all these related stuff, educational based content in my videos, and when that person would visit my page, there would be a disconnect because they would see these paintings and imagine how many possible followers, good leads I would have lost just because there was a disconnect, because they didn't resonate with me. So that's exactly what you have to do. You have to make your audience resonate with you. And in order to do that, you need to first know your audience. Now, the second one is to stop guessing and make sure and have full proof that your offer works. Because if it doesn't, then you might have to change it. Because what's a benefit of having an offer which is apparently so good in your head but does not pay for itself because the real public does not need it, right? Now this can be done by talking to as many people as possible. So one of the best ways that you can do it is by, first of all, knowing, once you know your audience, you know what's the ideal persona and an avatar of your exact accurate client. You search for those kind of people and start talking to them. Like the earlier example that I gave of a restaurant management software company that I worked for, when I started working for them, as my research, whichever restaurant or whichever hotel I used to go to, I used to talk to them. I would just walk up to them and ask, like, can I have 2 minutes with you? Can I talk to you about all these things? Now, to my benefit, since I have an online based business, I can work from anywhere and everywhere, right? And a major part of it is me working in cafes, because I need to have my coffee and a snack here and there, and I love to work from cafes. So that worked for me. And every cafe I went with my friends or my family, I would just go there and talk to them. And that's how I collected my data. And that's exactly what you can do for yourself. Know who your avatar is and just simply go talk to them. You can find them on offline places. If you can find them on offline places, that's well and good. Or you can, text them over social media. Like, social media is such a boon these days. You can watch their content to understand them. And the last thing, which is very easy but might take a bit longer to get results but are accurate, is you post something on Instagram or you post something as content and ask for people to react to them. Like, for example, I post for myself like an educational based content, and then at the end I write a CTA that DM me dash dash, like something, a key, a trigger word, and I will send you a mini series of this, or a kit, or a, like, these are, as I call it, value bombs. So I'll send you some value. If you liked my content, use the trigger word and I'll send you the value bomb. Now what this does is that people who actually resonate with it, who actually want something because they're in the need of it, they will first of all DM me. Now by that, what do I know? I know that okay, the topic that I was talking about is something that triggers my audience, is something that is like an issue for my audience, or a problem or a solution for my audience. And the small bit, the small value bomb that I picked out of my big program is like a solution which they are ready to invest into, or they are ready to take in, which gives me the important information that my product is required, my product is understandable, and my product can make a difference, and my audience knows it already, which makes it so much easier for me to sell my program, my product or service, whatever it is that you have. So make sure that you don't simply put out a product or service or any offer out there simply by not even testing it. And how do you test it? You test it by talking to people, by giving them small freebies here and there to see which one they want to grab. I mean, in a room full of hungry people, if you put gold bars, if you start throwing small gold bars, is that what they need? No, right? So, even if your offer is so valuable, like a gold bar, they won't want it, because what they actually need is food. So, if you throw in food, is that's when they are going to grab onto it. So, the same way, if they grab onto the small, value bombs that you give to them, that means that they are going to grab the big offer that you're going to give them. So make sure that you validate your offer before going full on into the business idea. And the last part of knowing your audience is to nail the OMG, they're talking to me kind of feeling. Now, how do you get that? It's very simple. Just to explain it to you, let's say that your audience are nerds, not in offensive way, but like people who like to get knowledge and like to, learn and all these things. Now, you can't sell them a course which is only action based, and where, with chat GPT prompts and all these things, uh, and has no explanation of the meaning behind all those things. Why? Because if your audience are people who like to read, learn, and are nerds, they would want the information, they would want the over information, over exaggeration, over explanation of things, because that's what they like. And once they know that okay, this is not like, these are simply like actionable steps, and I don't get some real learning out of it, they would not buy from you. And in the same way, if your audience are, let's say, business people who don't want so much of knowledge, but they want just, real solutions, like tuck 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 all these solutions, because then you can't have this like a course which has like an hour long videos of explanations. See, I'm not siding with either of the things, I'm just simply telling you, know your audience and then create a product for them. And when you do that, that's the only way that they're going to resonate with you, they're going to buy from you, and they are going to say these exact words that OMG, I feel like they're talking to me. And with this, we end with our second part of knowing your audience. I hope the actionable steps that I told you helps you to know your audience. And I don't want you to simply go away from this video just by taking knowledge. Please implement it. Please use the questions that I have asked throughout the video to get your answers. And implement then your marketing and sales, strategies and ideas that you have. And on the next video, I'll tell you how to be seen so that you sell. And that's exactly what my entire course, Seen and Sold, is, based upon. Wherein you get detailed analogies and learning of what we do on these videos. And by the way, on the next video, as we're talking about how to get seen in a way that it sells, I'm going to share with you the link of the content map that I use for myself and the ChatGPT prompts. So make sure that you watch that video and take full benefits of the free resources that I am making it available, so that all you business people watching me who wants to get their strategies right can make it happen for yourself. And I'll see you on the next one.